Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Blank back here today, bringing you part 12 here in the series. And today here in this video, I'm going to be talking about the weird, confusing mess of a movie I went to go see about 2-3 weeks ago at this point, I believe. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Here I am going to be giving you guys my general review and thoughts about the movie and whether or not I believe you at some point or another should go either see this out in film or movie theater like I did, or pick this thing up on DVD, which I believe will happen rather soon. So I believe this is, pretty obvious. I don't think I should have to say this, but I just will for the sake of it. There's going to be spoilers for the film and also stuff that happens like in RE2 and something that happens towards the end of RE1. So if you do not want spoilers for any of that, you should probably get on out of here and pick up this video at a later date. And with that out of the way, sit back, relax, and watch me ramble on. So this film basically tries to have the general plot of RE2 and 1 smashed together like a Frankenstein. Basically, that's the easiest way I could explain this film. Probably the biggest problem for me in this film that makes me not like it is that it tries to do far too much too fast with such little time. And for me also, like, if you know the characters, especially if you play the video games, like, they act like nothing in like the movie, like, at all, basically, except for a few lines maybe here and there as like jokes, one-liners, basically. But other than that, like, if you're going to this film expecting to see your favorite character and whatnot, like, they don't really live up to that. Like, they'll dress like characters and maybe look like a couple of them look like the characters, but don't really act like them. Really quickly, I guess I'm going to just briefly go over the amount of characters that are in this film, and then I'll probably list like 2 or 3 that were for some reason cut out. The characters that were in this film are Joe Valentine, Leon Kennedy, Albert Wesker, William Birkin, Claire Redfield, what I presume to be Agent Hunk, unless it's some other random just soldier that we saw for a brief moment. I'm not entirely certain, but it looked like it was, if I'm just being honest. And the 3 characters that got cut out for some reason, which I don't understand, which I'll explain more shortly here, is Rebecca Chambers, Barry Burton, and Mr. X. So, really quickly, I'll just explain why it was confusing for me, why they cut out the Rebecca Chambers and Barry Burton. For those who don't know, Barry Burton and Rebecca Chambers were supposed to be in this film, or should have been, I should say. Like, basically their role, or what should have been the role, is they had tagged along in the STAR team to investigate what happens in the Arkland Mansion, which is basically the general premise of the story of RE1. And Mr. X is supposed to be basically Leon's enemy that chases him throughout the basically entirety for RE2. And what I thought they were going to do for the film, which doesn't make sense for what they went with, is that they were going to have Leon either go with Mr. X, and they were going to have Claire go with William, which is what happened in the video game. Honestly, it didn't matter if they had Claire go with Mr. X and Leon go with William. It really didn't matter too much. But they, for some reason, have both Leon and Claire just deal with William themselves for the most part. And I just thought that was really stupid and confusing. And also, another really weird, confusing thing for me is they, for some reason, have Albert Wesker kill, well, not really, they have him kill William Birkin which is so stupid. I can't even begin to really explain it to you. But basically, the problem with that is Albert is supposed to be with the Stars team, which basically consists of Chris, Jill, Rebecca, Barry, and that's it. And basically they're supposed to go throughout the whole mansion. I forget what it is they were searching for exactly, but at some point or another,
follow me.
Albert is supposed to escape and just disappear for a while. And the problem with it is that Agent Hunk, or what I presume to be Agent Hunk, is his whole premise for being in RE2 is that he is supposed to go there to Raccoon City, kill William, and he has to pick up the G sample. And he successfully escapes in the video game. So it doesn't really make much sense for Albert to do so. And like it doesn't really even fit into Albert's sort of character, because his whole thing is that he likes to scheme and do things secretly in the background up until he either gets found out or he messes up in some way or another. Like that's basically his whole thing. And another really two weird, confusing, and baffling decisions is, I guess, like on the first one where Stars, the members decide to split up, make their way to the mansion to cover more ground. And Jill and Wesker are making their way to the mansion. They're doing their thing and whatnot, and they make their way to this sort of like library room with a piano in the middle of it. Wesker decides to sit down, play the piano. That opens up a doorway that Jill didn't even know was there. Now, obviously, as anyone in this situation would, think that's kind of like weird, sort of suspicious, and she asks the obvious question, like, hey, how did you know that doorway's there, and how did you know the combination to open the doorways, and how did you know the piano would do that? And he, for some reason, decides to just, for no reason whatsoever, just tell her his entire plan, and for the reason that Star team members are there, and that they were supposed to be left for dead, and that they were there for the reason of, sort of being experiments to test the capabilities of the BOWs, mainly the zombies, and another secret, sort of like boss that got cut out from the movie that was supposed to be a giant serpent. And like I said before, Wesker is the type of guy to double cross you, backstab you, and then maybe tell you his plan, but he's not going to just tell you if you know nothing. That's what's stupid and confusing to me. And I guess for my sort of last thing is like mostly just tiny little pet peeves, really. Leon is almost like a complete moron in this film, if I'm being completely entirely honest. And for me, it's just weird. Like, I know this guy's supposed to be a rookie cop, and so that he's not exactly like, well trained with a firearm, but this guy looks like a complete moron that shouldn't have access to a firearm. That's how bad they make him look in this film. And Leon isn't no, like, genius, but he's not that bad with a firearm. And another thing that, all the characters really do in this film is, for some reason, they decide to waste entire magazines worth of ammunition on just sometimes 2, maybe 3 zombies. And, like, I'm not asking for just consistent headshots or anything, but, like, if, for say, let's example, like, William, he's supposed to be a big bad boss dude, and his weakness is supposed to be, his big eyes on his, I believe, right shoulder, and zombies are supposed to have the weakness of, if you hit them enough times in the head, they fall down and they die. And no one ever learns anything in the way of, like, hey, maybe we should shoot the big eyeballs on this dude's shoulder, or, hey, let's try hitting the zombies in the head. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, me rambling on. For me, personally, this film, to me, was a 4 out of 10, personally, for myself. I personally wouldn't recommend you go seeing this out films, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I greatly appreciate it if you would like this video. If you're new to the channel, I greatly appreciate it if you would like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can get when I upload new videos to the channel. And you can do so by clicking the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon. It's so personalized, you click on all. And with that out of the way, have yourselves a damn good one, and I'm out of here.